Thank you for tuning back in to Speaks Life. If you are new, thank you for clicking on this channel. I am a mental health advocate and a peer support specialist with the diagnosis of bipolar, anxiety, PTSD, and depression. I dedicate this channel to helping my fellow people with mental health diagnoses to understand that there is hope and to give us some solutions to the everyday battles that we may face. So, my mom had passed a few months ago, and during the time she passed, I was already in and out of the hospital for my mental illness and dealing with the past traumas that I have endured. And dealing with this, as well as dealing with my past, I was given the stages of grief. I got this from group, which got this from Therapist Aid. So I figured it would be something that I would share with you. This is the Kubler-Ross model of grief, and it says the 5 stages of grief. This describes 5 primary responses to loss. These stages are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Someone who is grieving may go through these stages in any order, and they may return to previous stages. First stage of grief that they mention is denial. It says denial. This can't be happening. Individuals may refuse to accept the fact that a loss had occurred. They may minimize or outright deny the situation. It is suggested that loved ones and professionals be forward and honest about losses to not prolong the denial stage. When an individual realizes that a loss had occurred, they may become angry at themselves or others. They may argue that the situation is unfair and try to place blame. Another stage is bargaining. I would do anything to change this. In bargaining, the individual may try to change or delay their loss. For example, they may try to convince a partner to return after a breakup or search for unlikely cures in the case of a terminal illness. So that's that last fight. There is a point to where you are hurting yourself if you can't be happy around that partner. If there's always sadness and possible grief and they don't hold you in the highest regards, then I would definitely say to let the fight go and start fighting for yourself, fighting for your happiness, fighting for your peace. So in my groups that I'm in, I see a lot of people saying they don't know what to do about their boyfriend, their husband, their wife, their girlfriend, whoever who doesn't understand the diagnosis or who actually treats them worse, kind of sort of like some narcissism going on in their relationships. And I would say to let it go. You're already dealing with a lot with your mental illness, so dealing with any more on top of that is just unnecessary. So please let it go. From the bottom of my heart, I had to do it too. Please let it go. The next one is depression. It said, what's the point of going on after this loss? It says, at this stage of depression, the individual has to come to recognize that a loss has occurred or will occur. The individual may isolate themselves and spend time crying and grieving. Depression is a precursor to acceptance because the individual has to come to recognize their loss. Get it out. Do what you gotta do. You're not releasing the person. You'll always feel for them, but at the end of the day, you still have to stand up and you still have to go on and live on to another day. And the person who you lost, if they truly loved you, they would want you sitting around feeling bad. They would want you to feel happy because people that genuinely care about you and genuinely love you want you to feel good. The last one is acceptance. It's going to be okay. Again, these are not in any type of order. However, acceptance, I would feel like would be the last one if we do go through stages. And that's just because once you've gone through all these other stages and you realize you have to go on, you say, okay, it is okay. I do have to accept that what happened is what it is, and I have to continue to live for myself. But it says acceptance is going to be okay. Finally, the individual will come to accept their loss. They understand the situation logically, and they have come to terms emotionally with the situation. If you have anything to add to this video, please comment and share with us all. Please subscribe. I'm trying to help with this mental health stigma. I'm trying to help this channel grow to educate and help more people.
Thank you.